I've had the weirdest mix of emotions today, and I know I'm not the only one. I just feel deeply betrayed. I feel like women all over this country feel betrayed by the people who voted for him, and it just reinforces this idea that you can do whatever you want as a man and you will still be put in power. Women have to go above and beyond and be beyond exceptional at things, and they still will come second. I feel like I'll never forget this moment in history of how I felt. I feel like this country does not have my back or any woman's back. I feel like we put things that we thought were more important over women's autonomy and women's rights. I feel like this country is so beyond uneducated. And also the thought of having children now.
Dear Republicans, dear Democrats, dear Libertarians, dear political parties of all, I have one thing to say and one thing only. Alright? Stop deleting your friends due to voter choice or political beliefs. Now, if it's not affecting you personally and they're not pushing their values on you, I don't see why we're doing this. You know, we're supposed to be grown, we're supposed to be adults, we're supposed to be in our mature age. But it's really not mature when you are getting rid of your friends over election results or just who someone voted for. I don't care if I have my friends who have different beliefs voted for Kamala. I'm not going to delete them. Who are you to think it's okay or even acceptable? You have been friends with these people for months, years at a time, and you just stop being friends with them? Grow up. Why? Why are you going to deliberately deteriorate a friendship or a relationship with family, friends, whatever, over someone they voted for? Like I said, Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians, I don't give a shit. Just stop. You claim you want peace, but then you go and get rid of people because of their beliefs. If they're not pushing their beliefs on you, why are you pushing your beliefs on them at the same time? This whole thing is baffling right now, and it's actually kind of sickening to see, oh, well, I'm deleting this person or this family member. Get a grip. Look, we all have different views, and we should be accepting and loving of one another, especially if we've known these people for years. Just stop.
I'm against gay marriage.
Mm-hmm. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care.
Sir, are you saying that if you become president, you might try to appoint justices to overrule the decision on same-sex marriage?
I would strongly consider that, yes.
What do you say to a lesbian or a gay man who are married and say...
I really don't say anything. I mean, I'm just, Jake, I'm for traditional marriage.
So I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump, and this is why. That's shocking of me to say. 1, your homegirl can't afford groceries. 2, how Afghanistan was carried out. 3, how everything is happening between Israel and Gaza and the Middle East at war should not be handled how it's being handled right now. Ukraine, Maui fires. All of those are perfect examples of the government mishandling taxpayer dollars, not being there for the people. Like, let's just talk about Maui for a second. How the government responded to that was actually wild. Let's talk about North Carolina for a second. How the government's response to that was actually insane. It was one of those realizations that if there's a natural disaster, the government is not going to do anything for you. And because of that, I cannot support the current administration. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, I'm an independent. I do all my own research. And it's actually quite terrifying to even put my opinion out there because it is so different than other people's. But one thing I've learned from marketing is it's really easy to spread an agenda that you want to spread. So that's why I'm very careful while watching the news is what agenda are they trying to get across to me? Because I don't go about this decision lightly. I vote for my family, my future kids. I'm friends with people who have came to America for safety because their country turned dangerous. So I just want to make a educated vote. And even though Trump has a huge ego, and even though he should turn off his Twitter, I still feel like out of the two of them, he's going to get the job done. And I feel like no matter what you say, America is a stabilizer for the rest of the world. And the rest of the world is on the verge of World War III. Literally. So the reason I'm making my vote is because I do believe that people's lives are at stake depending on who wins this election. And frankly, Kamala, I want a woman president, but I want a woman president that doesn't lie and actually cares about the people. And I quite frankly don't care if it's a Democrat or a Republican. So that's my opinion. Make your own opinion. All opinions are respected in this place. But I thought I would give mine because I feel like people don't feel free to tell their opinion.